Hello everyone, I am Arnav Kumar Malik, a second semester student of Department of Physics of Jawaharlal College. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank my teachers for helping me this opportunity and thank you my all friends for help. We all know about tube lights. It's a very essential part of our daily life. So today we are going to discuss a little bit about tube light. Next, so at first we have to know what is tube light. Tube light is tube-shaped fluorescent lamp. It works on low-pressure mercury vapor discharge phenomena. It converts ultraviolet ray into visible ray with help of phosphor coated inside glass tube. Next, now let's know about the history of tube light. This tube light was first introduced in 1856 by Heinrich Geissler, a native of Germany. Basically, his work was about all arc discharge lamp. Later, in 1857, Alexander Edmond, native of Paris, first used the phosphor coating. In 1890, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison developed early discharge lamp, and in 1891, Tesla developed the first high-frequency ballast. In 1926, scientists of Germany, Edmond made a large lasting lamp by phosphor. In 1976, Edward first brings the idea of CFL. At last, John M. Anderson, native of Nila Park, developed the dimmable fluorescence lamp, better electrodes, and about fluorescence lamp. Next, now let's know about the material of tube light. Now talk about the material of tube light. In this picture, we can see there is a filament and an electrode shield over this. This whole thing is covered by a glass streams, and these are connected with an end cap. The glass of the filament is phosphor coated, and there is a mixture of a liquid mercury and inert gas in it. Next, let's know about the material in details. Filament. It is made up to coil tungsten and coated with a mixture of barium, strontium, and calcium oxide to improve thermic emission. It helps up the mercury liquid to create vapor present the tube and turns into plasma. Then electrode shield. Filament is surrounding by an oblong metal cathode shield. It helps reduce lamp and darkening. Next, glass tube. The whole electrode assembly is mounted onto glass tube assembly. Its rim is fused to the end of the discharge tube to produce a sealed vessel. Then end cap. Its cap of aluminium is used in the end of the tube. Nowadays, plastic cap is also used. Next, inner gas. Mostly argon is used as inner gas, but other gases like helium, neon, krypton are also used. It plays an important role in electron emission. Then mercury. Mercury is usually useful in lighting. It produces ultraviolet ray. Then phosphorus coated glass tube. Phosphorus coating inside the tube converts ultraviolet phosphorus coating inside the tube converts ultraviolet rays into visible ray. Next, the tube light does not work directly on a power supply. It needs some auxiliary component to work. Blast or choke. It basically it is inductor to regulate the current. It may be electromagnetic blast or electronic blast. Then starter. It is a small neon glow up lamp. To its contain a fixed contact, a biometallic strip, and a small capacitor. It used for only electromagnetic ballast. Next, I will discuss working principle of tube light. When the switch is on, full voltage will come across the tube light through ballast and fluorescence lamp starter. No discharge happens initially, that is, no lumen output from the lamp. At that full voltage, first the glow discharge is established in starter. This is because the electrodes gap in the neon bulb of starter is much lesser than that of inside the fluorescence lamp. Then gas inside the starter gets ionized due to this full voltage and hits the biometallic strip that is caused to be the contact to the fixed contact. Current starts flowing through the starter. Although the ionization potential of the neon, it is little bit more than that of the argon still due to small electrode gaps. High voltage gradient appears in the neon bulb and hence glow discharge is started first in starter. As voltage gets reduced due to the current, causing a voltage drop across the inductor, the strip cools and breaks away from the fixed contact. At that moment, a large L dt of I voltage surge comes across the inductor at that time of breaking. The high value surge comes across the tube light, electrodes and streak pinning mixture. Gas discharge process continues and current gets path to flow through the tube light gas only due to low resistance as compared to resistance of starter. The discharge of mercury atoms produce ultraviolet radiation, which in turn excites the phosphor powder coating the radiate visible light. Starter gets inactive during operation the tube light. Next. Some advantage of fluorescent tube light compared to incandescent lamp. Efficiency: fluorescent lamp convert more the input power to visible light than incandescent lamp. 2. Lifespan. Typically, a fluorescent lamp will last 10 to 20 times as long as an equivalent incandescent lamp. Under standard test condition, fluorescent lamps last 6,000 to 80,000 hours. Third, lower luminance. Light can be more evenly distributed without point source of glare. Fourth, lower heat. Fluorescent lamp give off about 1/5 the heat of equivalent incandescent lamps. Next, some disadvantage of fluorescent tube light compared to incandescent lamp. One, frequency switching. Frequent Switching will shorten the life of lamps. Second, mercury content. If fluorescent tube light is broken, a very small amount of mercury can contaminate the surrounding environment. Third, UV emission. Fluorescent tubes emit a small amount of UV light, which may exacerbate symptoms in photosensitive individuals. Fourth, ballast. Electromagnetic ballast can produce an audible buzzing noise. Energy lost is magnetic blast in around 10% of input power. And fifth, fluorescent bulb with magnetic blast flicker are at frequency of 100 to 120 Hz, and this can cause problem of photosensitive individuals. Next, now this time LED tube light mostly used instead of fluorescent lamp. LED tube light. LED tube is a type of LED lamp used in fluorescent tube luminaries with G5 and G13 based to replace traditional fluorescent tubes. Now, what is LED? LED or light emitting diode is basically just a specialist type of diode that has similar electrical characteristic to a PN junction diode. Next, what is inside LED tube light? What is inside the LED tube light? Each tube contains 3 rows of LEDs, 96 LEDs in each row, for a total 288 LEDs per tube lights. They are arranged in a matrix of 80 parallel strings, each strings having 60 LEDs in series. Now, how to work in it? It is a 2-lead semiconductor light source. It is a PN junction diode that emits light when active. When a suitable voltage is applied to the leads, electrons are able to recombine with electron holes within the device. Release energy is the form of photons. Next, why we use LED tube light? It requires less current and higher output than fluorescent tube lights. It energy efficient. No mercury is used, therefore does not emit any ultraviolet radiation. It produces laser heat, up to 90% longer lifespan. We can choose our color and we can dim LEDs as per our convenience. Now, disadvantage of LED. LEDs are current more expensive on an initial capital cost basis. Its performance large depends on ambient temperature of operating environment or thermal management properties. Next, thank you.